Okay, here's my new style. I want to go over this with you. And this is my style. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's not AI and it's the way I want to do things. So here we go. This is Isaiah 24, and it talks about the pole shift and why it's going to happen because of the dividing of the land of Israel, specifically Gaza and the West Bank, and moving the boundary stones of actual Jerusalem. Okay, it will be divided, so do not believe that it won't. It's very clearly written in the Trump Abrahamic peace accords. Let's start with the reading here so we can understand what's going on. The whole world, Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled. For the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. This, Isaiah 24, directly relates to Leviticus 18. I want to put this together for you guys so you understand this. Marriage. This is also known as a covenant, an everlasting covenant. Okay? It has to do with the land of God. I'm going to go into that. I'm going to show you the reasons why. Let me read Leviticus 18 so you understand. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, ye shall not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, you shall not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments. Now, statutes and judgments are also laws. I want you to understand that. And that's, again, from Isaiah 24, parallels with Leviticus 18 and other places. Now let's continue on. Down here we were like, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. 7. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or the daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad. Even their nakedness shalt thou not uncover. The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness shalt thou not uncover. 4. Theirs is thine own nakedness, the nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father. She is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman, or family. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness. That's when she's on her period. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. For thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Moloch, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. 22. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. That means homosexual men with men. It is abomination, which is a more serious level of sin. Not that any sin is not serious, but it is a deeper level. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith, neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. This is talking about bestiality, and I believe this is also a reference to strange flesh, which has to do with fallen angels. Okay, fallen angels. This is where the giants came from, where giants slept with women. Okay, that's what that's speaking of, and this we know happened in Gath, because that is where Goliath came from, and we know that Goliath was a Nephilim. He was a giant. He was part fallen angel and part woman. Do not defile not ye yourself in any of these things, for in all these the nations defiled which I cast out before you, and the land is defiled. So because of all of these things that I just read, the land that they were in, meaning Gaza and other places where all of these things, the men and women of those places partook in these type of things. And the land itself, okay, it says here, the land itself is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereupon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. You understand that? So when they divide the land and give away, and they break the everlasting covenant, remember this talks about marriage. When they do that, the land itself is defiled, and it vomiteth out its inhabitants. So because of that, the curse is going to devour the earth and them that dwell therein. And it's the whole world. And the reason why it's the whole world is because the whole world will be part of the Abrahamic covenant. Remember, it talks about a peace treaty with many, okay? With many. And they will break, the people, if you do a research of the land of Gaza, which is being run by Hamas, a lot of their rule is based on Egypt, okay? And you can read here, it talks about Canaan, and also doings of the land of Egypt. So some of the Hamas rule, that the laws and ordinances that are being carried out in Gaza right now, and just so you know, Gaza is ruled by Hamas, and the West Bank, which is part of Jerusalem, that's part of what they're going to make Palestine, that's ruled by the PLO, which was Yasser Arafat. He was part of the PLO. Now, I want you to understand that when this happens, Isaiah 24, it's not a joke. The whole world is going to be emptied and maketh waste and turneth upside down. That's a pole shift. So when the peace deal is signed and they break the covenant, the everlasting covenant, the marriage, and they give the land to the people that do these kinds of wickedness, the land itself is going to vomit out her inhabitants. What land? The whole world. Because it's going to break the ordinances and the covenant. It's going to break God's ordinances, his statutes, and his judgments. So because of it, the whole world will end up facing the curse. And you don't want to be here when that happens. You don't want to be here on earth when that happens. They were told to keep his ordinances, and they were not to commit these abominations. Okay? Because if they did, the land would be defiled. Okay? It says, when you defile it, has spewed out the nations that were before you. The land spewed out the people. The land itself did. That's why God warns about the whole world being corrupted because of the curse